All right, man, we got it. Diddy's release date. We can stop all the speculation now. No more guessing. No more wondering how long is he gonna have to do? Is it gonna be a year? Is it gonna be 6 months? Is it gonna be 2 weeks? Like we don't got to do all that no more. We got the prison release date. The feds have released it. They let us know what's going on. Complex reported it, and they also talked about what the White House said in response to Diddy getting a pardon from Donald Trump. The article says Sean Diddy Combs' prison release date has been revealed if he doesn't get a pardon from President Donald Trump. The Bureau of Prisons online records indicate that the music mogul's 50-month sentence for violating the Mann Act will end May 8th, 2028. So his release date is May 8th, 2028. That's provided some other things that are going on. If he doesn't get any programs, if he doesn't get any more time shaved off or anything, that's the 85% rule that he's going to have to face. It says this takes into account the fact that he's already been incarcerated since September of 2024, plus the federal rules mandating that if he meets certain qualifications, he only has to serve 85% of his time. And you can read more about the federal sentencing guidelines and rules in a different breakdown. But typically, everybody that if you know anything about incarceration or if you know anything about the system, especially that federal system, 85% of the time, that's normal for everybody that goes in. So they're saying May 8th, 2028. Complex reached out to the Bureau of Prisons to get clarification on the release date, but the office was closed. They tried to get a statement from the BOP, and we probably ain't going to get that. It says Diddy has reportedly been seeking to have his sentence pardoned by the president earlier this month when he was asked about pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell. While giving remarks to the media, President Trump revealed that Diddy asked him about getting one. So Diddy has been approaching Trump about getting a pardon. And this has been reported. This is something that everybody was wondering what was going to happen with that. Um, and so Trump has been kind of teeter-tottering back and forth. And then 50 Cent went and had a conversation with Donald Trump, according to reports. And 50 was letting him know and bringing all the video evidence, I guess, of what Diddy was saying that was negative about Trump when Trump was running for the first election. And Trump said, "Oh, those are very nasty comments." That was the quote that Trump said. Those are very nasty comments. And so the article here says that this is Trump's statement, his quote in regards to Diddy getting a pardon today. He said, "I've had a lot of people ask me for pardons. I call him Puff Daddy. He asked me for a pardon." TMZ reported a few weeks ago after the president was considering commuting Diddy's sentence. According to the platform source, the president was uh, vacillating on it. I don't know what that means. I ain't never heard that word before in my life. But anyways, says on the decision, while some White House staff urged the president not to move forward with it, according to the inside, Trump will do whatever he wants, and we know that to be Trump's personality. Trump gonna do what he want to do. Uh, After the report went live, the White House vehemently denied that Trump was considering commuting Diddy's sentence. TMZ didn't back down, and they reaffirmed their report. This past August, not long after Diddy's trial concluded, Trump made it clear that he wasn't planning to offer the music mogul clemency. So he made it clear, I'm not giving Diddy a pardon. He said some nasty comments. He said, "I got along with him great." This is a quote from Trump. He said, "I got along with him great. He seemed like a nice guy. I didn't know him well, but when I ran for office, he was very hostile. It's hard. We're human beings." He said, "We don't like to have things cloud our judgment, right? But when you knew someone and you were fine, then you run for office," and he made some terrible statements. He says, "So I don't know. It's more difficult. Makes it more, I'm being honest. It makes it more difficult for me to do." So Trump's pretty much doing the Trump thing. Like, bro, I'm not one of them people that forgive and forget. I'm one of them people that remember and condemn. So he ain't trying to give Diddy no pardon. My pops used to say something to me when I was young and I was going to jail and back and forth to jail when I was young. I was in my teens, just my teenage years. And my pops, I would call home, be like, "What's up, pops? What's going on?" They're like, "Man, I'm just sitting here thinking," like, because obviously, well, you guys don't know, but uh, when you come from that environment, a lot of us have been to jail, and a lot of us have been incarcerated. My pops being through the same type of situations in his past, and my pops was like, "Man, I'm just sitting here thinking, man, I'm happy I ain't in jail." It's a cold thing to say while I'm sitting on the jail phone. You know what I mean? But my pops will say that he was like, "Man, I'm happy I'm not in jail. Like, man, I'm just thinking about what it's like to go to jail and what you got to deal with and all the stuff." And he's like, "Man, I'm sad my son in there, but man, I'm glad it ain't me." You know what I'm saying? And as I got older, and now that I have my own son, I think about what my pops used to say. Like, man, that's true, man. What you got to go through in jail, like the life that you have to live just to even survive, you know, to come out with your sanity and to survive the day to day dealing with ignorance. It's the most ignorant people in the world in jail, but they're respectful, but they don't, you know, especially in when you in the county, and man, the county is like all the ignorant young boys. Diddy in there right now. You guys seen this previous report, nearly had his throat slit. He woke up in the cell and dude holding a knife to his throat, like, Cassie could have been my sister. Cassie could have been my mom, and letting them know he touchable. You know what I mean? Like, imagine waking up, you in your cell, you think you safe. You think I'm Sean Combs, multi-billionaire. I'm safe. Man, you come in, you wake up, you open your eyes, and somebody's standing over you with a knife to your throat. Imagine how that gonna make you feel, man. And when I think about that, it reminds me of what my pops was saying, you know, like, man, I'm glad it ain't me. Like, I tell everybody, stay away from crime if you can help it. Some of you guys don't know. Some people out there don't know no better. I know when I was young, we didn't understand the seriousness of crime when we was kids, but we was kids. Scripture says, as a child, I thought as a child, I spake as a child, I understood as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. If you can help it, stay out of trouble, bro. Because at the end of the day, you do not want to be in these environments. I know sometimes we have these stories and the stories are funny, and you know, it sound, especially if you in from the hood, you know, they sound like glory stories. Like, yeah, bro, we was fighting and we was doing this and there and we was doing that. And but I'm telling you, everybody that's sitting in jail want to come home. Everybody in jail, all they do is sit around talking all day about when they coming home. And when you get to prison, it might not be as much talking about coming home, but everybody talk about the street. Oh, when I was on the street, I was this. When I was on the street, I had that. When I was on the street, I was doing it. Stay out of that environment. And especially if you got charges like what Diddy is facing, you know, he gonna have a rough time the whole time in prison, because those ain't things that are smiled upon by criminals. And I know people have this perception that everybody is like these evil, mean, like love crime, love, bro. There's some rules amongst there is a little bit of honor amongst thieves in a sense. Here's the thing. These things, man, crimes against women, children, elderly people. Never acceptable. Never acceptable. You go behind the walls, you always gonna have a problem. And then there's another caveat to that. It could be against so it's crimes against women, children, old people, and then that fourth one is sexual crimes. If you have sexual crimes, anything related to taking advantage of somebody sexually, it don't matter if it's a woman, child, old person, man, woman, it don't matter, bro. You a weirdo. And instantly you're gonna have issues as soon as people see your paperwork. And Diddy obviously is one of the most publicly notable celebrities in the world, so he gonna have issues. He gonna have to check in, and you're gonna have to, you know, you're gonna get approached by some people that don't care that you got money, some people that don't care that you're a celebrity. They just see it like Buddy that was in this cell about to slit his throat. Like, hey, bro, that could have been my mom. That could have been my sister. That could have been my grandmother. That could have been somebody I love, bro. Could have been my daughter. Some people gonna look at it like that. So he gonna have a rough time. But the release date is May 8th, 2028. He gonna be sitting there until that time, providing that he doesn't get any special treatment or programs or anything else to help him get out sooner. So it's gonna be a long stretch for him. Uh, you know, that's a little under 2 years left. Which for Diddy, somebody that's used to caviar, champagne, escargot, and yachts and private jets, it's a rough time. It's a hard time for him. So we'll see how it plays out. But that's the news. That's what we got for you guys. Listen, man. As a child, I thought as a child, I spake as a child, understood as a child. When I became a man, I put away childish things. When you get blessings, when you grow up, grow up. You know what I mean? Don't try to, man. Don't try to live in the past. You blessed now. Grow up, move forward, stay out of trouble, man. God bless you guys. I'll see you guys on the next topic.